Hi, I'm Scott Olson with FounderBuzz, and I'm really happy to share with you an interview that I did with Elia Freedman, who's the founder and CEO of Infinity Softworks. It's a really good case study of how mobile applications and mobile computing is changing traditional software. He has a calculator application that used to be sold for $60 to $100 per copy and is now going for just about $5 a copy. And he sold over 15 million copies of this calculator application. Certainly, he's having to change how he markets his application, how he develops for it, how he differentiates. But all in all, I think it's a very good look at mobile application business and how that's changing software. So, hope you enjoy it and would love your feedback. Thanks.
My name's Elia Freedman. I'm CEO of Infinity Softworks. I just started my 14th year in business, developing calculator software for starting in the old Palm OS days, Windows Mobile Windows back in the day. More recently, BlackBerry, and almost all of our focus today is on iOS, iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. Our products are fairly sophisticated applications. They allow you to customize. They're kind of a cross between a calculator and a spreadsheet, taking the power of the calculator and the simplicity and customization of the spreadsheet with a simple language on the back end that lets us customize for all kinds of vertical markets. And we have customers that lace the Fortune 500, that work at companies that do everything from vineyard computations to pipe fitting to finance and real estate, so pretty broad application. The big thing that's happened in the 14 years that I've been in mobile software sales, starting in handhelds and all the way through the current generation of smartphones and tablets, is the change in the way that we deal with software. We don't call it software anymore, we call it apps, and the expectation is significantly different. Software was an entity unto itself that we used for years and years and years, expected those products to be upgraded, and frankly paid a lot of money for. Our products in the Palm Windows Mobile and Windows days ran anywhere from $60 to $160, and we primarily marketed them by forming partnerships and relationships with third parties. We worked with major trade organizations in real estate. We worked with hardware vendors with bundling deals. We've probably distributed over 15 million software calculators in the 14 years that we've been in business. We've also had success in the iOS world, but that world's very different. It's apps now. Pricing has gone from $60 to $160 to $5, and we've had a very hard time raising our price to $10. The whole idea of licensing software has really vanished over the last couple of years. There just aren't huge opportunities in the productivity software space, I should say outside of the gaming space, to sell software in those kind of ways. And it's been a struggle with the focus around app stores in that same time period. Instead of having our own channels and multiple channels where we can sell apps, specialized partnerships that we can form with trade organizations and others where we both share in the revenue, not only are the prices too low, but the app stores don't have those opportunities. So I will admit we've struggled a little bit as a company, even though we've done quite well. We've distributed at least 500,000 units here in the iOS world over the last year, dating back to early February of last year. And we've done fairly well during that time period overall. But it's been a struggle to get customers to pay us $5 a copy for our software. We tried raising to 10 and did not have a whole lot of success with that, to be honest with you. So it was a little tricky in the grand scheme of things. But we're looking at things very different now. Fred Wilson, a few weeks ago, had written a very fascinating post on the confluence of mobile economics and web economics and how those two things seem to be following a similar path. Instead of traditional licensing fees, we're looking at subscriptions, we're looking at ads, we're looking at in-app purchase, we're looking at freemium models to help make those kind of things happen and go. And we too as a company are looking at alternatives for that. Not necessarily with our Power One product, our flagship product, but we are with some new products and some new applications. For us, we've found success in leveraging new Apple features when those come out. We've been featured a number of times by Apple over the last year. We are looking at spinning out applications to take advantage of the little SEO that we have available in the App Store between our name and the keywords. We have a platform product, so it gives us the ability to go vertical with that, with a number of different applications that appeal to different subgroups. We are looking at partnerships, but instead of doing OEM relationships, we're looking at instead of doing affiliate relationships, we're looking at white label kind of relationships instead, and looking at alternative ways of generating income for the company and rebuilding this organization. So while it's a challenge, I'm definitely optimistic. I feel like we're definitely on track. We did 4.5x on our revenues last year, and feel like we're on track to build a solid, maybe not a publicly traded company, but definitely a solid organization that can spin off income for its investors.